Amp Media Production presents Gypsy Soul, your one-stop shop for letting out your inner gypsy. Join Denise Marsh as she brings on a variety of guests to share their artistic vision with the world.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Gypsy Soul. It's a good Thursday for everyone, isn't it? I have a very, very special guest today in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, and her name is Sandra Samore. Samore, like amore, right? Can't go wrong with that. She is an author, and she's also a dancer. And I actually met her at a writing showcase produced by Heidi Hess, who is an amazing author of sci-fi and horror. And we met at Read It Right at the festival, and we exchanged books. So I read her book, she read my book, and I told her that I would definitely be seeing her again. And I waited and waited. I looked for her, I wrote to her, and then we got in touch with each other again, and she's going to be on the show today. She is a flamenco dancer. She is also an author. She is a wonderful person and an amazing writer. And when we come back from a short commercial break, you are going to be treated to a special performance from her. So hang tight, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Max Health Chiropractic, located in the heart of Wellington, Florida, is the area's premier chiropractic office. Dr. Max Cohen and our highly skilled team want to be your natural health care provider. Everyone should be able to move, work, and play at their best, regardless of age. We offer a wide range of advanced chiropractic techniques and therapies to eliminate pain, enhance performance, and improve mobility and function. Set your appointment with Max Health Chiropractic today. Max Health Chiropractic, located in the heart of Wellington, Florida, is the area's premier chiropractic office. Dr. Max Cohen and our highly skilled team want to be your natural health care provider. Everyone should be able to move, work, and play at their best, regardless of age. We offer a wide range of advanced chiropractic techniques and therapies to eliminate pain, enhance performance, and improve mobility and function. Set your appointment with Max Health Chiropractic today.
Flamenco que no te quiero, sabiendo tú que yo por ti más fatiga yo no puedo.
Health Chiropractic, located in the heart of Wellington, Florida, is the area's premier chiropractic office. Dr. Max Cohen and our highly skilled team want to be your natural health care provider. Everyone should be able to move, work, and play at their best, regardless of age. We offer a wide range of advanced chiropractic techniques and therapies to eliminate pain, enhance performance, and improve mobility and function. Set your appointment with Max Health Chiropractic today. Max Health Chiropractic, located in the heart of Wellington, Florida, is the area's premier chiropractic office. Dr. Max Cohen and our highly skilled team want to be your natural health care provider. Everyone should be able to move, work, and play at their best, regardless of age. We offer a wide range of advanced chiropractic techniques and therapies to eliminate pain, enhance performance, and improve mobility and function. Set your appointment with Max Health Chiropractic today.
Sandra, you are amazing.
Thank you.
I'm tired just watching you. That was some cardio workout over there.
Gracias. Thank you so
De
much.
nada.
It is. It's wonderful to get. It's the music that gets me going. The music, and that's the dance, and it really lifts the spirit.
And it puts you in like another plane almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, different persona.
It is. It's wonderful. So
Thank you.
I have some questions for you, and I'm sure the audience does too if they're not already dancing to your beautiful dance. So why does flamenco interest you more than any other type of dance? Why is that the most important dance for you?
It's a good question, and I don't know why. Had my husband not been a teacher, and we went to Spain to take students to see a flamenco concert. Coming from Iowa, I would have never fallen in love with flamenco, but it was a religious experience when I saw my first flamenco performance, and I just wanted to go on stage and be part of it, and I didn't know a thing about it. And I don't know, it's the music. I don't understand the words.
It's the feeling. It's the feeling.
I'm not fluent in Spanish, which is a chapter in my book as to why I'm not fluent, even though I should have been. But cultural thing going on there. But I think it was basically the experience I had in Colombia, South America, being a teacher there for a year, and some of the horrible experiences we had. But lo and behold, my first flamenco dance teacher, after that, witnessing that flamenco performance in Seville. Where is she from? She most recently had moved from Colombia, Bogota, but and she was not fluent in English, so we.
But you understood her.
Well, we let the dance speak for itself, because you don't really need to sit around and chatter about it. She would turn on the music, and we would dance, and we didn't have to talk.
It was the expression of the dance that brought you together.
It
Dance
was.
does that, doesn't it? I
It
know when
does.
I dance, it brings me together with wonderful people. And
You're right, it does.
and we know a lot. It's funny because we know a lot of the same people because of dance. So our circles keep coming together. Closer and closer.
Yes.
So how old were you when you first took flamenco lessons?
Believe it or not, I was 35. And coming from Iowa, I had not much exposure to dance. I had taken a tap dance class as an adult. I think it was adult and community ed through the school district. And I really didn't like it all that well because it was repeating the same steps. There was no music. I mean, I liked the activity well enough and I liked the movement, but it was when I started taking flamenco that the music together, and that's one of the big things that I think my teacher, Marga Soler, was so good about, that she would briefly show us the step and then she would turn on the music. Even though we didn't have the steps down, we were still learning them, but we would follow her as best as we could, and the music lifted us. It was, in fact, the very first song that she put on when we were first learning was a warm-up, and it was a Gypsy Kings. Tu quieres, yeah, Gypsy. Tu quieres volver. And
Good Spanish.
Yes, it's Spanish. And it was just such a moving song, which I didn't understand the words to, but I felt like crying with happiness. I'm finally taking a dance class in flamenco, and sadness because the music is melancholy, and it was just,
So many emotions.
yes, it just spoke
But
to me.
I think it's okay that you didn't understand the language or that you're still learning it, because the expression of the music and
Yes.
the dance, it's all bringing it together for you. And
Absolutely.
it's very powerful music. I mean, it has a little bit of melancholy in it, a little bit of excitement in it. It's telling a story. I don't understand all the words either, and I had 8 years of Spanish. So,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Is it challenging for you without a cultural heritage from South America and Spain? Is it challenging to do the flamenco
It
dancing?
is challenging, and I write about that in a chapter of my book, Freed by Flamenco, that I learned a long time ago, and I'm really so very happy that you allowed me to dance first, to let my dance speak for me, because I learned a hard lesson when I was first starting out that I don't speak first. And because people would say to me, "What? You're not from Spain? What? You're not Hispanic?" Well, then there's no
Well, they
way.
profile you right away.
Yeah, I was profiled, definitely. But if I would dance first, people would come up to me and congratulate me and start rattling off in Spanish, and I didn't know what they were saying, and so I would say, "Sí, gracias, gracias," and then I'd kind of drift away.
So they kind of assumed you were Hispanic when you did that?
They kind of did, because there are in Spain, in the northern part of Spain, Asturias, for example, up near, over there on the left, Asturias, I've been there, Northern European descent. So there are many people in Spain that dance flamenco that are light-skinned, blue eyes, green eyes. They have Northern European heritage. And, whatever kind of dance it is, people, and I try not to, but people tend to think, well, okay, people of that heritage should only be dancing that kind of a dance of that heritage. Like my heritage would be the polka, but or Irish step dancing. But when we went to Maui, for example, and I saw a woman who was light-skinned and light brown hair. Everybody else had dark hair, black hair. And I was so happy that here she was. She was not a native Hawaiian, Filipino. She was a fantastic dancer. So I hope that people, there's a quote in my book that Federico Garcia Lorca, who wrote The Theory and Play of Duende, and he says, my 5-word quote from his book is, "Every country is capable of duende, the gypsy spirit, being transformed through the art and being lifted by the art." It's not just Spain, it's not just South America. And some of the best dancers of flamenco are Japanese. And they love
That's
it.
fascinating.
They love.
I could see that, though. A very disciplined culture.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to rush you through your question, but the show is so wonderful and it's going so fast. So I was wondering if we could talk about your book a little bit more.
Please.
So I'm going to give you your book to hold
Okay.
your book.
Thank you. Freed by Flamenco, it took 10 years to write because I would rather dance than write, but I finally had to get it written. Okay, am I talking too much? Go ahead and ask me a question.
No, you're doing a
Okay.
great job.
Okay.
I loved your book, and one of the things I loved about it most is that there were many photographs. So it was following you from when you were younger and you used to dance to your father playing the guitar till you were older, and how it was very therapeutic for you.
Yes,
So,
yes.
what would you want people to come at? What would you want people to read and take from the book? What would be a good take?
That's a good question. I like that question.
Thank you.
I don't want people to think that my book is only about flamenco, because I thoroughly understand that not everyone is into flamenco like I am. But I want them to know, based on the title, Freed by Flamenco, that I did have, still do, ups and downs in life, just like everybody else had. And to me, it is following a passion that lifts the spirit more than any pharmaceutical drug or street drug, which I don't want to take either one. I never have. For your mental health, to get the sweat pouring out of your pores, to me that brings such an escape and does so much for your mental health.
Dance is like that.
Yes.
That's why I dance. So therapeutic.
You're right, and the music and the cardio with the dancing. But so, in my book, at the end of each chapter, I list questions to try and motivate, whether it's a 14-year-old to a 94-year-old, to follow your passion. Maybe you don't know what it is yet, especially if you're a 14-year-old, but to get out there and experience opportunities, make things happen for yourself, like my going to a flamenco show in Seville, and then it will hit you. This is what is really exciting me. And then it will come back to you over and over again, and you keep thinking about it, and then finally you're going to say, yeah, I need to do that. I need to pursue it.
You make a wonderful connection with your audience when you read the book. When I read the book, I felt like you were talking to me. So you definitely have that effect on people. But I would like to know, and I'm sure our friends at home would like to know, how they could see more of your writing and where they could see more of your dancing.
Oh, thank you. Well, my book, my book is on Amazon. I independently published it, and it's under either my name or the title. And as far as dancing, I am going to be starting. I mean, this was just solidified today. I'm going to start giving lessons at a private community clubhouse coming up soon. But as far as public, October 1st at the Acreage Branch Library, I'm going to be doing a presentation not only about my book, but doing 2 dances, as well as teaching the audience about how to do a simple tangos or rumba, and so getting everybody up to, you know.
Interactive. I love it.
Interactive, yes. And then I will be signing books afterwards, and they're very welcoming to me at the Acreage Branch Library. So I'm looking forward to.
Loxahatchee, right? It's in Loxahatchee?
Well, it's called Acreage, but I
Yeah.
think it's Loxahatchee, yes. So, Orange Boulevard, yeah.
Will you be writing any more books after that? Have you
That's
thought
a
about
good
more writing in
question.
the future?
This was very important to me to get written, and I feel a great weight. I mean, it's a memoir, and it was very therapeutic to plow through the years of my life, the years of performance and so on. And since I have written it, it came out last year. It came out September of 2022.
Oh.
And since then, with my husband, he and I have written. Well, it was based on, it's a children's book, and it's called An Otter Family Visit. And it also is on Amazon. And it's based on, I try and throw some science in there, but it's based on an actual event that happened when I was in the garden, in the backyard, and there's a canal in the back, and there were 3 otters. And I just imagined that these were a mother and her 2 sons. And so the story came about.
Those are the best children's books. I know, being a teacher, kids love books with animals and books that teach lessons. So.
And there's a surprise visitor animal that comes.
Oh, don't tell us.
No, it mixes it up, and it's, whoa.
I'm going to have to get that book. I forgot about that. I'm going to have to get
An Otter Family Visit. Yes, thank you. But as far as to answer your question quickly, I don't really feel too motivated to write anymore, to tell you the truth, because with my time, I feel so much more motivated. My home studio, which is more or less a bedroom with a dance floor in it, but I feel more motivated to, practice and rehearse and do dancing, not only for my mind, but also for my body. But I'm starting to, I take an online flamenco dance studio out of LA, and that's the name of it, Online Flamenco Dance Studio. And it's the first time in my life I've ever had a English-speaking teacher, and you can do the videos that in fact, she choreographed this. It's called Que Que bonita esta Triana. And Rina Oriana is the one who choreographed it. So,
Very good Spanish, by the way, for
Oh,
someone
well,
that's not proficient.
thank you.
Very nice.
I try,
Spanish.
but so I'm going to be dancing more, I hope, and less writing.
And we'll be seeing more of your dancing, I hope.
I hope so.
Because that's a very hard dance to learn, I think.
It's
I mean,
taken-
I've done bachata, I've done other dances, tango, and those are hard, but that dance seems a lot harder than the other dances. That's very disciplined. Is
Very.
that's considered more of a rhythm dance, or it's a mix of rhythm and smooth?
Both, because it has to have smooth in it. Because if you did footwork constantly, you would just pass over. So it has to have some, as they call suave parts, soft, and then the rapid fire footwork. But it definitely has flamenco has predominantly the 12 beat count, and to stick with the rhythm, and it's so much more beautiful and natural.
And you don't need a partner.
No, you
For
don't.
flamenco.
And that's where it makes it hard for me to dance ballroom, which my husband and I do, because then I have to follow.
You're used to leading.
Oh,
that's right.
Well, just doing it by myself and just do what I
that
want.
would definitely be a transition.
But flamenco is meant to be danced with a guitarist and, a cajon, which is a percussion player. But when you can't have all that lined up, you go with choreographed, recorded music. So, but there's so much I would love to tell you about the history of flamenco and where it all came from, and it is in my book. But
you need to read.
Thank you. But it's not totally about flamenco. There is a heavy dose of, as I like to say, you've got to make your own sunshine. And I made it for myself, but it's not always easy, as you know.
You're very transparent in your book about all of the things that you went through, all of the problems that you encountered, and
Yes.
people in your family. And I think you gave other people hope to channel their energy into their passion, not necessarily dancing, but something that they could do that could help them get through.
Yes, thank you. Yes, many of the things that happened to me, I would not want other people to have to experience. And so how did I survive it? Journaling to begin with, and then following a passion. And it seems simple enough, but you have to take care of your body, you have to take care of your mind, and that's what's going to get you through in life.
And you cannot help other people, the saying is, until you help yourself.
Exactly.
He talks about that in the book, and that is so true. And this is such an exciting show for me because I do dance, and I love dancing, and I have not yet learned the flamenco, and it's a little intimidating watching that. It's so much footwork, and I've done footwork before, but I usually like having a partner. So I don't know that. What would you say to someone who wanted to learn that, and they're like, I don't know, I need a partner? How would you encourage them?
I would say try it out in a beginning class. You could see how it feels, and see how the music speaks to you, and the steps and the exercise of it all. But the truth of the matter is that yes, you do have to be very disciplined. As a very famous flamenco dancer once said, and right now I can't remember her name. She was Maria Benitez, that's her name, out of New Mexico, Santa Fe and Albuquerque, New Mexico, and she's famous throughout the world. But she said in her, I guess it was in her DVD that I saw her dance. I've seen her twice in person, but in her DVD she says, the body forgets in a day. The muscle tone you have to practice, you have to keep up your muscles, the turns, the footwork, but of course you also have to keep up, the rhythm in your mind, and you have to keep the music in your soul, and you have to remember the choreography too.
There's a lot of things going on at the same time. You have to kind of multitask, don't you?
You do, and which is so good for those of us that are aging. Oh yes, that's all of us. All of us are aging, and to keep the neurons multiplying and not dying, you have to get the blood from your calf muscle to your brain and regenerate neurons. And
dancing keeps you young.
it does.
I definitely believe dancing keeps you young. I'm I'm just blown away. I'm blown away that you're an author, that you're a dancer, that you're now a friend of mine, and that
Thank
you're in
you.
my life. And I know people will definitely want to see more of you.
Well, thank you, Denise.
Because I definitely want to
appreciate
see more of you.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate
But
it.
this is not the end. You will
Okay.
be seeing more of Sandra and hopefully coming to Loxahatchee. And I believe at Fred Astaire Wellington, aren't you going to classes there for flamenco?
No. There's a school a high school that's being
Oh,
offered.
okay. I know
Yes.
they're doing something though for
But,
Spanish
yes.
Heritage Month.
Yes,
right?
they are. I participate in a beginning Spanish flamenco class only for the community of the other women, because you can't always just practice in a room by yourself. And other than when you do a show, okay, yeah, that's what the practice is
You need
for.
an audience.
But you need the interchange with other people. I started that online flamenco dance studio during COVID, and so even though they're beginning dancers, I love being around them, and the energy and the jaleos, which is the encouragement that we give to each other.
Say the word again, jaleos. I love that. Jaleos. I want to teach that to the kids in my
like
class.
at the end of the dance, if you say "ole" or "guapa," good looking, or "basta, basta," faster, go, and "andale."
Andale, I've heard
that's
andale.
part of the gypsy culture as far as, but that it's not just gypsy, it's also flamenco is classical flamenco too with the castanets, so it's both. But in the more gitana dances, you will hear the jaleos being given to each other as they're dancing on stage, the different dancers.
Well, it's very fast-paced, even though it's concentrated, and it's excellent cardio. And maybe you'll do a video to get people, to burn calories. Maybe later on there'll be a fitness video. People do that all the time.
Yes,
But
they do.
We are running out of time, and I'm very sad because I wish we had time for you to dance again.
Well, could I just say one last thing?
Go right ahead.
I do have some videos posted on my YouTube channel, so if you ever look
And
look
what would
for
they
me,
go under? To see
Freed
that?
by Flamenco, or my last name. So
Can you repeat your last name for them?
my last name is Samore, Samore, like that's Samore.
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, thank you. It's been great being with you, Denise, and speaking to all your viewers. Thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome. De nada.
Very good.
Yeah. So everyone have a great Spanish Heritage Month, and I will see you not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday, which I believe is September 27th, I think, for another exciting guest. But Sandra, you're amazing. Keep up the great work, and we'll be looking forward to seeing more of your dancing. Thanks
Right
so
back at
much.
you. Thank you.
Besos, besos.
Oh, beso, beso. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Gypsy Soul. Make sure to stop by next time for another enlightening show. A show that was produced by Ant Media Productions and hosted by Denise Marsh.